What if reality isn't what we think it is? What if human consciousness could bend the very fabric of existence, heal, transform, and create in ways science can't explain? Today, we dive into one of the most mysterious books ever written, The Pachita Experience by Jacobo Grinberg. A story of miracles, consciousness, and lessons that still challenge our worldview. Pachita wasn't a doctor. She wasn't a scientist. She was a humble woman in Mexico, known to many as a healer. But her abilities were unlike anything people had ever seen. In front of witnesses, Pachita performed what looked like psychic surgeries. With nothing but a knife, her hands, and an unshakable faith, she was said to cut into people's bodies, remove organs, and, here's the shocking part, replace them. With no medical equipment, no anesthesia, and no conventional explanation. For many, Pachita was a charlatan. For others, she was a miracle worker. But for one man, neuroscientist Jacobo Grinberg, she was something else entirely. A gateway into the mysteries of consciousness itself. Jacobo Grinberg wasn't your average scientist. He had dedicated his life to understanding the power of the human mind, exploring everything from meditation to shamanic traditions. When he met Pachita, he saw an opportunity, not just to witness something extraordinary, but to document it. He described countless sessions where Pachita performed operations that defied logic. Organs materialized out of thin air. Tumors were removed without a trace. People who were terminally ill claimed to walk away healed. And the strangest part, many of these procedures seemed to occur in a state where Pachita channeled another presence, an entity she called Cuauhtémoc, the spirit of an ancient Aztec leader. For Grinberg, this wasn't just mysticism. It was evidence that consciousness could reach beyond the brain, shaping reality in ways our science has yet to grasp. So what did Grinberg learn from Pachita? The book doesn't just recount strange events. It explores deeper principles about the mind and reality. Consciousness creates reality. Grinberg proposed that reality isn't fixed. Instead, it's a fabric woven by our perception. What we believe, we shape. The power of belief and faith. Pachita's surgeries worked not only because of her abilities, but because people truly believed in the possibility of healing. Science meets mysticism. Rather than dismiss Pachita's work as fantasy, Grinberg suggested that science should expand its boundaries. Maybe reality is bigger than what the microscope can see. Connection and oneness. At the heart of Pachita's work was the idea that we're not separate beings. Consciousness is interconnected, and when tapped into, it can produce miracles. These principles weren't just abstract theories. They were lived experiences that shook the foundations of what Grinberg thought possible. Now, what can we learn from all this? Keep an open mind. Just because something doesn't fit into our current model of science doesn't mean it isn't real. History is full of discoveries that once seemed impossible. Belief shapes experience. Whether or not Pachita literally materialized organs, her patients experienced real transformations. Belief itself is powerful medicine. Mystery is valuable. In our world of data and certainty, Pachita's story reminds us that mystery has its place. Not everything needs an immediate explanation to carry meaning. Consciousness is the key, Grinberg's biggest lesson. If we want to truly understand reality, we must understand consciousness, not just as neurons firing, but as the very ground of existence. The Pachita experience isn't just about a healer performing impossible surgeries. It's about us, our limits, our beliefs, and our willingness to explore the unknown. Whether you see Pachita as a miracle worker or a mystery unsolved, her story forces us to confront the possibility that reality is far stranger and far more magical than we've been taught. And maybe, just maybe, that's the greatest lesson of all, to live with curiosity, with openness, and with the courage to admit we don't know everything, because in that space of not knowing is where the impossible becomes possible. If you enjoyed this journey into the Pachita experience, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves exploring the mysteries of the mind and spirit. Who knows, maybe reality has more secrets waiting for us than we can imagine.